Hello, welcome to another video and welcome to the start of my Polarthon reading vlog. So Polarthon, if you didn't know, is a week-long readathon hosted by Jade at jennyayrefreelance. I'll leave her announcement up here somewhere. And it is basically a week of reading polar fantasy. So this iteration, Jade has got two people helping her out, so there are three teams. Jade's heading up one team, Steph from Steph Loves is heading up a team, and Beth from Beth Bartholomew is heading up the third team. I have decided to join Beth's team. Basically, the whole readathon is about reading polar fantasy, and each team has got a different, bonus prompt, I guess. Beth's bonus prompt is blue on the cover, which is, for me, the easiest one to do, so that's the one that I'm choosing. Now, for reasons best known to myself, for this readathon I have chosen Chaos. Yay! So I have books that I am going to be reading over the week. Now I'm not going to finish them all. My plan is each day I will read one book, or as much as I can of one book, and then by the time, so that's through Monday through Friday, and then over the weekend I will choose which books I like, which book or books I like the most and want to finish. I'm not convinced this is going to work. Like I said, I have chosen Chaos. Who knows? But the books that I'm going to be attempting to read, first of all, we've got Artemis Fowl and the Arctic Incident by Owen Kofer. This is book 2 in the Artemis Fowl series. I'm fairly certain I've read this one before. Not 100% sure though. But in this one it is set in the Arctic, so of course polar region, polar fantasy, and Artemis Fowl, I think he's trying to save his father in this one. I'm not 100% sure. But this is going to be the first book that I'm going to attempt to read. Second book, Tuesday's book, is going to be The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. So this one is a very, very beloved first book in a trilogy, the Winter Night trilogy. It is inspired by Russian folklore. I have been sleeping on this. I know that everybody and their mum has read this trilogy and loves it. And I'll be totally honest, that's kind of why I've been sleeping on it. I've heard so many great things. The hype is so high for this that I'm kind of scared. So this one I'm going to be trying on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to be trying this one here, which is The Witch and the Tsar. It's an ebook. I don't remember the author. I'm sorry. I believe this one is also Russian folklore inspired. I don't know much more than that. Thursday, I'm going to be trying The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. This is the Fairy Loot edition with very, very beautiful sprayed edges. I'm not entirely sure what this one is about. I believe it's about a cursed family, and I think there is some sort of Russian inspiration in it. I'm not 100% sure, but I have read the first chapter and this one did sound very intriguing. So I am excited to give it a go. And then finally, Friday, I'll be trying Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. So this book gives me kind of spring vibes, but I believe that the main character is in the polar regions, I want to say in Finland or something. Finland or Norway or somewhere like that. I believe she's in the polar region, so to me that counts as a polar fantasy. Also, all of these books have got blue on the cover. Even this one, leaves are blue. So they all give me bonus points for Beth's team. Sorry, throwing the cat away. She's trying to eat my plant, which she should not be eating, so she gets. They are my reading plans for the week. My sort of thought is, with all of these books, I have been kind of putting them off. City of Stardust I have only just received, so I haven't really been putting it off. But I haven't, I would like to try and get to it. And I'm hoping that by reading a little bit more than just the first chapter, I should be able to make a quite, I say well-informed, but I should be able to get a real good idea of which one I want to continue over the weekend. So yeah, that is my Polarthon plans. It is fairly chaotic. I'm a little bit nervous about this plan that I have come up with because I am not convinced that I'm going to be able, like, I don't know how I'm going to work this, especially when I have also, obviously, of course I do, I've got other books that I'm reading as well at the moment. Eek. So that's my plans. Let me know of the 5 books that I've spoken about, which ones you think I will enjoy the most. Pop your predictions down below. While you're there, give me a like, give me a follow. Thanks so much. Love you lots. And yeah, I will catch up with you later tonight when I have read some of, I'm going to be starting off with Artemis Fowl. Bye. Hello, it's 10 p.m. on Monday evening. So I have been reading Artemis Fowl and the Arctic Incident, and I am 100 pages in. I'm really enjoying it. I like the Artemis Fowl books. They're fast paced, they're fun. I like the kind of play on words with with the fairies and the fact that they're leprechauns, but it's LEP recon. Like I just think it's clever and funny. This is I wouldn't say it's necessarily one of my favourite middle grade series, but it's up there. Like, I enjoy it. I think it's an easy read, fun series. So I'm going to stop reading now. Like, I'm at page 103, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to stop reading now. This is very likely that I will pick this one up again at the weekend. If nothing else, oh my darling, I've got a bracken over my shoulder. If nothing else, the book itself is 288 pages, so, you know, I can finish this very easily. I've read 100 pages in just over 2 hours, so I can very easily finish this at the weekend, and I'm enjoying it. I think I might pick it up and finish it at the weekend. So far, so good. Also, please ignore my nails. I know they're growing out an awful, and I just ripped off half the gel on this one. Yeah. And I'm going to be picking up The Bear and the Nightingale tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get as far into The Bear and the Nightingale as I have with Artemis Fowl. Just, again, like I was saying earlier, it's a middle grade. It's quick, it's fast paced, it's easy to read, it's big writing. The Bear and the Nightingale being what I believe is quite a slow paced adult fantasy. I will hope to try and get maybe 50 pages in. But that's my update for this evening. Look at that little face. No, I was talking about you, Bracken, not to you. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed now. Good night. Hello. It's about 5:30 on Tuesday, so I'm gonna get started reading for the evening. So tonight I am starting with Bear the Nightingale. I'm not actually that far in. I have just stuck a bookmark in the book randomly. This book scares me, and the reason this book scares me is because so many people have read and loved it that I have got such high expectations. And I'm very worried that what if I am the person that does not love this book when I read it? I mean, it's blurbed by Robin Hobb. You know, you don't get much better. Also Naomi Novik, who I really enjoy. I'm nervous, but I'm also looking forward to it. I'm going to do the same as I did yesterday, where I'm going to read for about like 45-50 minutes of this book and then swap back to Starling House, which I'm reading for another vlog that you should have seen if I finish that one this week. But I'm going to start The Bear and the Nightingale now, and I will catch up with you before I go to bed and let you know what my thoughts are. I've got these two on my lap. Hello. Hello, you can say hello? You're not. You're apparently using my boobs as a headrest. Thank you, Bracken. So yeah, I'm going to start reading, and I will catch up with you in a few hours. Hi. So yeah, I have a confession. I haven't read any more. I'm actually going to go to bed now. It's only 9 o'clock, but I'm just feeling a little bit tired and I think I'm going to go and read in bed. I will not be reading this in bed. I'm going to be reading God Killer. So yeah, I'm going to stop reading here at on page like 56. So I am enjoying The Bear and the Nightingale. It's nice. So far we have met like our main family. Vasya has been born and her mother has died. She's got lost in the woods. She's now like age 6. She's got lost in her woods. Her father and 2 older brothers have gone to Moscow because they're like related to the king or something. Like her mother was like the king's sister or something like that. And her father is looking for a new wife. Now, because everybody has read this book, I know that the Vasya's stepmother is very religious, and it's then got a sort of Christianity and like old gods trope. I enjoyed what I read, the first 50 pages. I'm enjoying it. However, I think I was enjoying Artemis Fowl more, and I think it is likely that I'm going to continue reading Artemis Fowl at the weekend, partly because I know that I will be able to finish Artemis Fowl over the weekend, and that's just quite a nice feeling to have. And also this one I feel like is going to take me quite a bit of time to get into. It is very, very slow paced and I will need to take my time with it. But yeah, so far it's fine. I'm liking it. I definitely want to continue, but I probably won't be continuing this weekend. But that is my update. My battery is flashing. I'm gonna wrap that up here and I will see you tomorrow with my next book. Hello, it is Wednesday, which means it is day 3 of my stupid plan to try and read a different polar fantasy every day and see which one I like best. Today I'm on to The Witch and the Tsar by Olesya Salnikova Gilmore. I've only got it on my Kindle and I'm reading the information off Storygraph. I don't know anything about this book at all. I've heard that it is similar to The Bear and the Nightingale, which makes me nervous because I started reading Bear and the Nightingale yesterday. I don't know if I like The Bear and the Nightingale. Like, I liked the 50 pages I read, but I haven't like read it. It is a Yaga that lives in the Russian forest, and a Tsar is ill or something. Ooh, so Jade has read this one and given it 5 stars. That's all of the people who I know who have interacted with it, but it's only got an average rating of 3.5 on Storygraph. So don't know what I'm going to think about this one, but I'm going to get started. How long is it? 430 pages. I think this is the longest of the 5 books that I am planning on reading or like starting. I might be able to get like 50 pages or so in. It is 7:45 at the moment, so I might be able to fit in might do like another hour or so of reading. Let's see how I get on. So, The Witch and the Star. Let's go. I'm 5% into The Witch and the Star. Only 2 chapters, and I'm not really enjoying it. I'm a bit bored, and it feels very similar to The Bear and the Nightingale, but kind of not quite as good. It also feels very similar to The House with Chicken Legs, which is in middle grade, but again, also not quite as good. And it is also kind of reminded me of Romanov. Can't remember who that's by, Nadine someone. And I know that, like, yes, they're all Russian Baba Yaga stories. I need to edit a video. And I think I might do that. and then come back and try and read a bit more of The Witch and the Tsar afterwards. Because it's just not really interesting me at the moment. It's not gripping my attention. I'm basically reading and finding myself daydreaming. Like, do you ever do that, where you're kind of reading something and then realise that you've read 2 pages and you have no idea what words you've actually read because you weren't paying any attention? So yeah, I think I need to put it down, do something else. I think what I'm going to do is edit this video, because I need to get a video up for tomorrow and I haven't edited it, I haven't even finished it yet actually. And then, I don't know, I might read another chapter and see how I feel afterwards, depending on what time it is after I finish editing. But I might not read anything else tonight and watch TV instead. It's not, I'm just not feeling it, and I don't want to push myself to read a book that I'm not interested in, just for the sake of it, I guess. Frustratingly, The Witch and the Tsar is one that I've got from NetGalley, so I would like to read it eventually one day, just so that I can at least review it and get it off my NetGalley shelf. Like I said, I'm only 5% through, so I wouldn't DNF at this point, because I don't feel like I've read enough for it to be a fair DNF. But I don't know if I'm going to continue reading it tonight. I definitely don't think it's one that I'm going to be reading over the weekend, unfortunately. But yeah, sorry, not very interesting update. But I'm not sure that I'm going to carry on with Witch and the Tsar tonight. I will update you if I do read more. If you don't get an update, it is because I have not read any more. Hello, it's Thursday night. I have finished most of my work for the week. So I've only got probably about 2 or 3 hours work I need to do tomorrow, which is good. But tonight we're on to book 4 of the books I'm trying to test for Polarthon. So obviously I just failed yesterday with The Witch and the Tsar. I think I read the first 5%, which I think is about 15 pages, and I didn't read any more of it. Today I'm picking up The City of Stardust. So I'm nervous about this one now. I had heard fantastic things about this and I was super excited, but I know that Steph had been reading this through Polarthon and I think she might have actually DNF'd it. I don't know, she either DNF'd it like with about 50 pages to go, or she just powered through and finished it, but I know she was definitely considering a DNF. But yeah, I'm going to start off with City of Stardust. I'm currently watching sprints with Beth, so there's about 40 minutes left of the current sprint. I'm going to see how I get on with City of Stardust, and then, as I've been doing all week, switch back and forwards between Godkiller and whatever Polarthon book I'm reading. Yeah, City of Stardust isn't too big. I think it's about 300 pages, again, 350 pages. So it's not super huge. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. Again, I have also just finished reading a very slow book, because I've just literally last night finished reading Starling House, which was another very, very slow book. Actually was against this one in Book Box Battle. So I have read the first chapter of this one already and I'm intrigued. But yeah, nothing else for it but get reading and see how we get on. Hello, it's a couple hours later and I have read 35 pages of City of Stardust. It's not really gripping me. I've been very, very distracted while reading this. I've been scrolling mainly, which, yeah, it's good so far. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, it's not really gripping me. I think I'm going to swap books now. I might come back to this one later. But I think so far this is definitely above The Witch and the Tsar. I think I possibly would put it above The Bear and the Nightingale, only because it's a short book, and The Bear and the Nightingale, it's like half the length of The Bear and the Nightingale. So because I'm planning on reading books this weekend and hopefully finishing a few of them this weekend, Artemis Fowl is still top of that list. I think this one is going to be second for now, because I'm more likely to be able to get this one finished over the weekend than I would be able to finish The Bear and the Nightingale. Although The Bear and the Nightingale intrigues me more and I am more interested in. I can't really tell you much of what's happened so far. We're following Violet, who at the start is a 12-year-old child. There's a woman called Penelope who's like a witch who has cursed the family. Violet's mother had left when she was a young child and she lives with her uncle. Her mother's gone to break the curse, but no one really knows where she is. Apparently even not this Penelope lady. Which makes me immediately wonder, well, if this witch who is trying to like find the mother because of this curse can't find her because she's left like the house, why doesn't everybody else go on the one as well? Like, why don't you leave that house and change your name? But apparently that's maybe not so simple. Anyway, she said that she's going to give them 10 years and then Violet belongs to her or something. So they've got 10 years to break this curse. We've then had an age, like a time jump, and we're now like 3 years later. Violet's now 15. And I think I might have just slightly overlooked another time jump because they were saying like, then there's only 5 years and there's only 2, which would mean that, but again, like we haven't seen that time jump happen. And I'm not mad about the fact that there's like sort of time jumps and seeing that development. I think that's fine. Like, so that doesn't bother me. I don't think Violet knows what this curse is. So I don't think she's been told that at age 22 something's going to happen. I don't know what will happen. I don't know what the curse is. I don't know who this witch lady is. Pretty much everything that I have given you, I have surmised more from the synopsis than I have from the 37 pages that I have read. So yeah, like, oh, this is where it's really difficult because I was just going to say I feel like it's going to pick up and it's going to be really interesting. But again, like I said, I'm watching Sprints with Beth. She is currently reading this book and is also saying, I don't understand, like, when does anything happen in it? Steph was like, I don't understand. The plot's all over the place and it doesn't make sense. So I'm just a bit nervous that I'm going to continue reading and nothing's really going to happen. But putting this one down for now, swapping books and picking up God Killer. And yeah, I might come back to this one. Hey, it is later tonight. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm still watching Beth Sprints. They're going for another 20 minutes. So I am going to carry on reading after I've done this update. But I am up to about page 50 of City of Stardust. And look, here's the thing. It's given me Starless Sea vibes. And I hated the Starless Sea with a burning passion. I honestly, with hindsight, other than the fact that when I read it I was not in a good place and doing a job I hated and it was on audiobook and I wanted to just read an audio while I was at work. I have no idea why I ever finished reading the Starless Sea, why I didn't just DNF it, because I hated that book so much. I think I gave it like 2 very, very generous stars. And hey boo, this book has given me similar vibes. And again, like Beth and Jade, who are both on sprints at the moment, are also both reading the same book, and they've also said they're getting Starless Sea vibes. So that makes me not really want to read it. So I'm up to page 50. I feel like this book has started... I feel like there should have been like 100 pages of plot before the book started. Because even now, 50 pages in, I know that there is this lady Penelope who like has cursed this family, and according to the synopsis that means that someone from each generation is taken by her. I don't know why they're taken, I don't know if they're killed, I don't know why she hasn't taken anyone from this generation. She's fixed on like the Marianne, who she can't find, but rather than like take one of her two brothers for that generation, she's just instead transfixed and chasing this Marianne around the world. And then there's Marianne's daughter is Violet, who is the main character that we're following, and I don't understand the plot, and I'm fairly certain that this does not get better in terms of the logic and like the plot for it. So I don't think it's going to be one that I'm going to be continuing reading this weekend. I'm now torn. Is it currently above or below The Bear and the Nightingale? I do sort of stand by like what I was saying earlier. This book is only 280 pages, I think. No, it isn't. I lie. 340 pages. This book is only 340 pages. So I'm more likely to get through it than I am The Bear and the Nightingale. The Bear and the Nightingales, I think, is like about 450, and is also is equally as slow paced. But I think I'm going to get more payoff from The Bear and the Nightingale. To be honest, I don't know why I'm stressing about this right now. I'm still fairly certain that the first book that I'm going to read over the weekend will be Artemis Fowl. And I've still got tomorrow's book, which is Emily Wilde, to try. And I have high hopes for Emily Wilde. Well, to be honest, Emily Wilde could go one of two ways. It could be like an absolute fave. It could be disappointing. It could be similar to this one and be one that I'm just like, But I'm hoping that it will be one that I at least enjoy enough to finish. My other issue is that this is a Fairy Lee book. And part of me, I feel like ultimately I'm going to end up selling this book. It's absolutely beautiful, but I don't think this is going to be a book that is enough of a favourite for me to want to keep it. But do I want to finish reading it just so that I have finished reading it before I sell it, or do I sell it unfinished? Like, it doesn't really make any difference to anything, because I can just, like, if I DNF, it's fine. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what I feel about this book, because like I said, there isn't... I think for me, I've just finished reading Starling House, which is a very, very slow-paced, whimsical, lyrical writing. And this one is also a very, very slow-paced, lyrical book. And I don't really like slow-paced lyrical writing. So I feel like part of the reason I'm not getting into this one right now is because I need something faster paced. However, I also am not convinced that I'm actually would be getting into it anyway. So yeah, this one is definitely going to be a decision that I will make on the spur of the moment, if and when I get to it at the weekend. There's 15 minutes left of this sprint at the moment. I'm going to carry on reading. I might get another couple of chapters done in that time, and then I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, like, I can understand people who would like this, but I don't think it's for me. Hello, it's Friday night. I am about to start reading Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. So I think this one is set in like Scandinavia, which is where I'm getting the polar from. It's a tenuous link. And I think this is going to be another slow-paced book. So honestly, I'm a little nervous of it, because I really want to like it. I really want to enjoy this one and take that bookmark out, because it's just my placeholder bookmark. I really want to enjoy this, but I'm nervous because I don't want a slow-paced, all vibes, no plot book. Yeah, well, let's just start reading, see what we get. My prediction at the moment is that I'm going to have this one. I think this is going to come, I guess, second. I think I'm going to enjoy it more than City of Stardust, but I don't think I'm going to enjoy it more than Artemis Fowl. I think Artemis Fowl is going to be the one that I'm going to be starting off reading tomorrow anyway, just purely because I think that it is a fast-paced, quick read that I can smash through and like be done easy. Anyway, Emily Wilde, let's get started. Hello, I am 45 pages into Emily Wilde. It's very slow, and feels like it's going to be very, very slow paced. The writing is, I mean, it's academic, like, and I knew it would be because of what the setup is. I'm enjoying it. I'm just not sure it's what I want to read right now. I feel like it's a shame that the last book I read was Starling House, because that's kind of used up my slow book quota for the month. And all of the polar fantasy books I've picked up this week have been slow-paced books, with the exception of Artemis Fowl. The current sprint that I'm watching has only got 2.5 minutes left, so I'm not going to be talking for very long. But I'm going to put this one down for now. For the next sprint, I'm going to read something different, and then I'm going to just alternate between my current reads. I'm not sure I'm going to read any more of Emily Wilde tonight. It depends how long I continue reading for. It's 8 o'clock now. 10 o'clock. I might read more of Emily Wilde. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I will. But I think this is going into second place behind Artemis Fowl, so it'll be like the second book that I pick up over the weekend. I think Artemis Fowl I'm definitely picking up tomorrow. I am excited to finish that one off, and I think this one here will be next. How long is Emily Wilde? And I think then I'm going to say, what's it called? City of Stardust will be then the third one. Book's 315 pages, again, so it's not long. But yeah, I think this is going second place on my list of books to read. I was thinking last night, and I'm thinking I might, if I can read at like a decent pace, I might be able to get quite a good number of books finished over the weekend. Like, I'm thinking the ideal would be if I can get 4 books finished. Now that's slightly high. That's excessive. But Artemis Fowl will take me an hour or two. One of the other books I'm reading is a Rick Riordan. That, yeah, I've only just started it, but it's not going to take me very long. I'm currently reading God Killer, and I'm about halfway through that one as well. So again, it won't take me very long to finish that one. So I feel like 4 books is a stretch, but could potentially be done. Anyway, sprints are about to end. There's going to be an alarm going off in a second. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will most likely catch up with you tomorrow when I'm back reading Artemis. Hello, good morning. It is Saturday morning. I look like I've cut all of my hair off. I haven't. Excuse the mountain of sofa cushions behind me. It's Saturday. It is Polarthon, so I have picked back up Artemis Fowl. I'm currently 50% of the way through, so I read like 20 pages, I think. A bit more than that, actually. I think I read 40 pages this morning before I went out on a dog walk. It's just so fast-paced. It's so easy to read. I'm enjoying it. I don't really have any other things to say, to be honest, other than it is a fast-paced, fun read, and that I'm just, you know, like, it's easy to just get through. So I'm hoping that I can get this one finished fairly quickly. My next pick, when I finish Artemis Fowl, I'm then going to be switching to Emily Wilde. But I am also alternating a Polarthon book with other books that I'm reading. So I'm also currently reading Trials of Apollo, which is for a vlog, and ow, I just hit myself in the face, and God Killer, which I've been reading God Killer for over a month now, and I'm just a bit fed up and I just want to have it finished. So yeah, I'm alternating reading Artemis Fowl with those other 2 as well. But again, Trials of Apollo is super quick, so that shouldn't take me very long. God Killer will take me a bit longer, but I'm basically going to, I think from midday, Jade has got sprints probably all day. And so I'm going to carry on doing what I've been doing for the last like couple of days. So watching sprints and then just like swapping books every sprint. So I'm kind of chipping my way through all of them. But yeah, Artemis Fowl, so far so good. I'm glad that I've picked this one up as my first Polarthon book to finish, just because I think, I mean, yeah, I've got like 150 pages left to go, I believe. I think it's about a 300-page book. Where's a page number? Just shy of 300 pages, I think. Where's the epilogue? 288. So I'm 150 pages in, give or take. Got 150 pages left, give or take. I think I'll probably be able to get this done within, I think this is probably going to be about 2 hours of reading. So by the end of the day, I'll have Artemis Fowl finished for sure. And then I'll be moving on to Emily Wilde, which is much slower paced, but I was enjoying it yesterday. And I think of the other books that I sampled, it is the one that I enjoyed the most. Anyway, I will catch up with you when I've read more of Artemis Fowl, or, you know, have finished it. I was going to say depending on which comes first, but obviously I'm going to have read more of it before I finish it, whenever I can be bothered to catch up with you next. Hello, it is later on Saturday, but I have finished my first book for Polarthon. Off you go then, Bella. So Artemis Fowl was a reread for me, but I've rated it 4 stars, which I think is what I rated it before. I like the Artemis Fowl books. They're fun, they're easy to read, they're quick, they're exciting. Yeah, I had a good time. So my next book for Polarthon, that was quite hard work to try and pick up 2 hardbacks with just my fingertips. My next book for Polarthon is going to be Emily Wilde. But I am going to stop reading now and go and have dinner. I have no idea what I want to eat. But yeah, I'm gonna, what time is it? It's 7 o'clock. So I do want to get probably another 2 or 3 hours reading done. I would, because I'm also reading 2 other books, I would like to try and get, I'm halfway through now Trials of Apollo, so I'd quite like to get, might not get this one finished tonight, possibly could, but if I can't get it finished tonight, then I would like to make a good bigger chunk of progress on it. Yeah, I maybe would like to, where am I up to in Emily Wilde? So I started reading Emily Wilde yesterday. I'm up to page 44. I'd like to get to the 100-page mark of this one tonight. I'd also like to finish this one, but I'm not really enjoying Gold Killer. But yeah, I guess my thoughts on Artemis Fowl. It's fun, it's enjoyable. I do recommend the series. I think it's a really quick, easy series to read. Yeah, I had a good time. Don't really know what else to say. I'm going to go and make some dinner. I don't know what I want to eat. I don't know what I have to eat. So, yeah, no idea. But I'll chat to you when I've read a bit of it. Hello. It's Sunday evening. It's about 5:30 in the evening. So sorry if you can hear Bracken, she's eating her food. So earlier I finished Artemis Fowl and then I picked up God Killer, which I was halfway through reading anyway. And I just wanted to get that one finished, with the idea being that I would then pick up Emily Wilde and continue with this one. However, having just finished God Killer, which I did not enjoy, I don't think I can read another slow-paced, character-driven, limited plot book. And that's what I think Emily Wilde is going to be. I just don't think that I am going to be able to enjoy another book that is slow-paced. So far this month I've read Starling House, which was incredibly slow-paced. I've just finished God Killer, that was incredibly slow-paced. I need something that is fast and quick and is going to not put me into a reading slump. Because I find slow-paced books do have a habit of just kind of slowing down my reading and then making me not want, because I'm then not wanting to pick up the book itself. I then don't want to pick up any book because I have like almost a guilt that, oh, I need to be reading that one, not anything else that I want to read. And then I go into a reading slump. So I'm not going to be picking up Emily Wilde. I'm going to be wrapping up my Polarthon vlog here. I have only read one full book for Polarthon, which was Artemis Fowl, but I did try 4 other books. So Emily Wilde's, so I tried Emily Wilde, I tried Bear and the Nightingale, I tried City of Stardust, and I tried The Witch and the Tsar. I don't know if I'm going to continue with The Witch and the Tsar. That one is not on my list to continue anytime soon. But Emily Wilde, City of Stardust, and Bear and the Nightingale, I want to continue reading those 3. However, like I said, they are all slow-paced books, so I'm not picking up any of them right now. I might try to kind of like continue them over the next 2 or 3 months, just so that I don't forget what had happened so far. Emily Wilde is still top on the list of the books that I would like, of the 3 that I want to read. But like I said, I don't want to read it now. So that is it. That will be my Polarthon vlog wrapped up. If you like this video, please do leave me a like, subscribe down below. Leave me a kind of snowy, polary emoji if you would like to leave me a comment. Please do also give Jade a follow. I will again link her and Beth and Steph down below as well. Polarthon is one of the readathons that I really, really enjoy and that I take part in every single year. It is this time every single year. And the Just Given page to raise money for the polar bears is still open. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.